What's up, you guys? I'm going to teach you how to play Wonderful Tonight by Eric Clapton. Let's dive in. I am preferring to use my electric because of this bend, this little riff I'm going to show you, but everything else can be pretty much done on the acoustic, so either one's going to work. Grab the guitar, let's strap in and do it. Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and start with actually the easiest stuff. We're going to start with your strum pattern. The strum pattern that I'm going to use for this is actually going to be pretty simple, just kind of a down, down, up, down, up. I think that just sounds just fine for the entire song. Give it a little gentle swing, but other than that, it's just keep it slow. It's a really slow love ballad. Alright, so anyways, let's get into it. The intro, verse, that part's underneath all the solos and interludes. This is how this part goes. There's a G, there's a D over F sharp. Now I'm playing mine this way. You can play yours like this with your thumb. I always encourage that. It's a little uncomfortable for me, so I do this one. And then I have a C, and then I have a D. Okay, if you're unsure about that D over F sharp, I've got a nice little image on my Patreon PDF for this song. Become a Patreon member and you will get exclusive access to all the details of this song. Okay, back to this. So here it is. That's it. So we just have a G for one measure, to a D over F sharp for one measure, and then a C, and then a D. And repeat as necessary. Typically that goes twice for the verses, usually once for those little interludes in between, and then of course twice for the intros and the outros. Okay, so for the main riff that goes on top of the solos, interludes, and all that, and the intros and outros, it's going to go like this. Here's how it is played. We're going to start with 8th fret B string, our first finger. Then we're going to take these two fingers, second finger on the 9th fret, third finger on the 10th fret. You don't have to do that, but that's what I would suggest for a good, effective bend. And you're going to go bend it up a full step. You're going up for that note. And then back to the 8th fret. So up, back to the 8th fret, and back to the 10. On the next phrase, he starts with a release bend. And that's where you kind of just get up there and pray. It's purely by feel, right? And you release it. So start at the peak and come down to the 10, 8th fret B string, and then 9th fret G string. So far we have. After that, does the same thing, but instead of going to the G string, he goes back to the 10th fret B string. So, and he slides up to the 12, up to the 13, way up there to the 17, and then back home for the 15th fret. So, I'm sorry, it's gonna go. So it's a lot of slide. That's kind of a, you want to practice at 13 to the 17. That's a big one. And so the whole thing is, I'm sorry. And I tend to go up with my third finger. You can always, you can actually slide that right there. Do the whole thing with your first finger if you want. Don't worry about getting too crazy with the details of it, but just try to get those slides at the end. That's really a nice effect he has. It's a nuance I think is almost required because it really makes it. All right, next part is the chorus. Chorus is going to go like this. So that's going to go C to D, that's a regular D, then G, walk it down, and E minor, and then back to a C, D. You feel that tension because it goes back to your G, which is that interlude part, which we just covered, where the solo kicks back in. So same rhythm, and the only tricky part, so let's just do it together. So it's gonna go C, down, down, up to the D, down, up, down, up. Now G and D over F sharp are gonna share the measure. Down, down, up, down, up, and then a full measure of E minor. Down, down, up, down, up. Then one full measure of C and D. You are wonderful tonight. Right? So that is the chorus. There's a cool little nuance actually in this chorus. And you'll see it tabbed out similar to our main lead lick on the PDF guide of the Patreon page. So what that he does is he goes, and then she asked me, right? Do I look alright? So that little walk-up's really nice. I'm gonna show you kind of a little bit of how to do that. I'm not gonna get too crazy. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I'm going to go ahead and take it from, say, the verse, which is G, D over F sharp, C to D. I want you to look at the timing. So it's going to go, here's your verse, the tail end of your verse. Did you catch it? I know it's kind of fast. So from the tail end, it goes one full measure, down, down, up, down, 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 up. I'm sorry, down, down, up. So down, down, up, boom, boom. Right? So you want to watch the timing on that. Listen for it in the track, and that's going to get you by for that little secret connection. Again, I've got that thing tabbed out on the PDF guide. Now, I want to give you a little caveat. That's most of what's happening with the choruses. On the final chorus, and I'm kind of skipping ahead, I know, but the final chorus, he actually repeats that first line. So he'll do this. This is the final chorus. It's slightly different than all the rest of them. It's going to go, so, same thing, right? To D, G, D or F sharp, E minor. Same thing. To D, G, D or F sharp, E minor. Wonderful tonight. Right? And then you're back to your main kind of motif, if you will. Okay, cool. So I know I kind of skipped the bridge. Let me go ahead and cover the bridge real quick as well. Bridge is actually pretty much what the chorus is, but just a little bit extended. So here's the bridge. And so it's going to go C to the D, to G, D over F sharp, E minor, and C to D, back to C, to the D, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. I appreciate you. Please like, subscribe. Please become a Patreon member, and you'll get free access to my special PDF just for this particular song, as well as tons of other songs where I go exclusive and I give you every little chord and detail, lyrics, all of that stuff, so that way you're playing it and you're sounding wonderful. All right, we'll see you in the next one, you guys.